Okay, guys, I see many of you have joined. We can start. Can someone please confirm if my screen is visible?
Yeah.
It is
Yes.
visible.
Okay, great. So, guys, now we are going to start PowerShell in Azure. I mean, normally PowerShell, it's not a part of, it wasn't uh, introduced with Azure. It was there already before Cloud. PowerShell is nothing, but it's a command line. It's a shell script. What is a command line now? Whatever things you can do using GUI, it's your graphical user interface on your laptop, on your machine, whatever you see. For example, I see this start button. I can click here. I see Edge browser. I can click on that. I see Word file. I can click on that. I see settings. I can click on that. Right. Moment I see settings, I can click somewhere and make some changes. All those things I can do using GUI. I can see it and I can click on it. I know that this is what is happening. When I click on this one, I know that if I want to rename it, I have to click here. If I want to make some changes, I have to click here. If I want to go ahead and do some IP configuration, I have to click here. Right? Where you click and you do something. That is your GUI, graphical user interface. Next is your command line. What is command line? Achieving all these things just using command. For example, what is my computer's IP address? The current computer which I'm using, the one which I'm sharing in front of you, what is the IP address of this? Anyone knows how will I get the IP address? Where do I have to go? So I'll go ahead, click on start button. Just count the number of clicks. Start button, setting, okay. Network, 3 clicks, I guess. Ethernet, 4 clicks. Still, I don't see my IP address. Somewhere here, I'll have to
I
go for the
get it
settings.
from command prompt.
Yes. So this is what we can do using GUI. How many clicks I had to do? 4 or 5 clicks. Now let's go ahead and do the same thing using command prompt. For command prompt, I can use PowerShell. We'll be talking only about PowerShell. There are other prompt also. There are Bash also in Azure. You'll see Bash as well. But we are just going to talk about PowerShell. Right? So here's an application called PowerShell. If I go here and type PowerShell, you'll find it PowerShell here. So it's an inbuilt application on in Windows 8 प्लस 8 में और 10 and 11 में अपने आप आ जाता है. उसके पहले में भी आप इंस्टॉल कर सकते हो. ठीक है. So you'll find PowerShell somewhere here. यहाँ पर कहीं इंस्टॉल होगा. Either you can search or you will get it. Okay. You can see it as terminal. टर्मिनल भी वही है. PowerShell जो है कहीं से भी आप जा सकते हो. कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट एनीथिंग. So once you get it, now let's achieve the same thing using your command prompt. How many clicks I had to do if I wanted to do that using GUI? Maybe 4 to 5 clicks. Now let's look at the command prompt. IP config, that's it. Open a command prompt, one command, and I get the same information which I was looking for here. In fact, more information in granular manner. It is easy to copy. It is easy to share with someone, right? This is how effective a command prompt is. A command line. This is GUI, this is command line. Again, I want to see what is the name of my computer. I go to start button, I go to system, and here it is. If I want, this is the name. Again, 3 click. Compared to that, I want to achieve the same thing using my PowerShell. Right? A simple command will help me. A command is host name, and it gives me the name. Look at this. So are you guys getting gist of it? That what is PowerShell and or for that matter any command line tool. But we are focusing on PowerShell. PowerShell versus GUI. Are you getting gist of it, guys? Got the idea? Any confusion? Any doubt till here? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go ahead and I'll show you one server. And I'll show you a few more steps. Maybe this one. I'll take this one. Fine. Now look at this one more thing, guys. For some reason, search window is not working for my laptop. If I'm looking for RDP, for some reason, search is not working at all. I'll fix that later. But this is a good opportunity to show you. It's not working. Now what will I do? Either I'll have to go here and search for RDP program one by one. कहाँ पर मिलेगा वो R में कहीं पर होगा, right? I can do that. Or I can simply come here and type the command, which will open the RDP window for me. Look at this. So this is how a command line is useful when it comes to performing any task. I'll show you a few more steps, and once you have the fair idea, we'll go to portal and we'll see how are we going to use that. Okay, so now this is a machine I've created on Azure. This thing you are going to use a lot when it comes to networking, whenever we cover our networking topic, whenever we will be performing networking practicals. Uh, Turning off the firewall, it's an essential part of that. And how much time it takes, let's have a look. Let's say I want to turn off the firewall of this server, right? So I'll have to click those two icons which appeared, go to local server, right? Do you see Defender firewall? Click here. I'll have to click on this, then turn it off. Come back, click on it, turn it off. Come back, click on it, turn it off. How many clicks? Approximately 6 to 7 clicks, right? And you may leave something उसमें refresh होगा, time waste होता है काफी. Now let's try to achieve same thing using PowerShell. So I open PowerShell. Here it is. Okay. What if I had to do this using command GUI? You saw how many clicks I need. Using PowerShell, one command. What does it say? Set all profiles to off, and that's it. That's it. You have, look at this. This is done. In some time, this will also be turned off. That's all you had to do. Using one command, you were able to turn off all the firewalls. So this is the difference between your command line. Look at this. This got off. Can you see? Off, off, off. Again, if I want to turn on one, two, three, three clicks, and the moment I click here, it will take some time. Then I will be able to click on second one. On the other hand, if I want to do that using command line instead of off, I just simply have to put on. Fine, guys. Did you get the idea how command line is helpful compared to GUI?
Yes.
Yes.
Fine. Now let's go. And I told you we can do everything. Whatever I want to achieve, I want to put this, change this server name. I can do it using command line. I want to change the time, etc. Whatever you can do using GUI, you can do it using command line. Right. So let's get started now and come to portal. First thing, we are going to learn to create a machine using PowerShell. Right. But I have told you already. Again, I'm repeating myself. This is only for practice. Maybe you create it today. Whatever task I'm assigning, you do that. And for your practice, keep on creating other machines. But next task, future task, whatever we are doing, I don't want you to use PowerShell because GUI gives you a better idea. It shows you the option and it helps you to remember things. For example, अगर मैं ये आपको कभी बताता ही नहीं, that you will never know कि ये all का क्या मतलब है. If I simply go ahead and do this and I tell you guys, okay, you also go ahead and run this command और आपका firewall off हो जाएगा, right? And then you will be able to perform the practicals. You will do it. But वो आप blindly करोगे, आपको समझ में ही नहीं आएगा. On the other hand, if I come here and then I tell you, guys, go ahead and turn off this, turn off this, turn off this, you will at least remember क्योंकि firewall तीन type के होते हैं, domain firewall, private firewall, and public firewall. So that is the benefit of GUI. So till the time you get complete hands-on good practice, we are not going to use PowerShell in our practicals. PowerShell separately practice करने के लिए it's a good thing, do that. Okay. So we want to create a machine using PowerShell. How to do that? First thing, how do we create a machine without PowerShell? Using Portal. यहाँ पर आते हैं हम, we create Azure machine, etc. and we go ahead and we do that, right? This is how we do it. Now, same thing we have to achieve using PowerShell. So, by the way, why do you think we are using PowerShell other than the easiness? What other thing come to your mind? What other things come to your mind? What is helping you? What could go wrong when you do it manually, and that will not happen in PowerShell? What is it, guys? I mean, कुछ और benefit आपको समझ में आ रहा है? Why would I use PowerShell? I'm telling you कि मेरे पास बहुत टाइम है. I'm happy GUI से मैं कर लेता. I don't want to use PowerShell. What would you say? Why should I use PowerShell over GUI?
For automation purpose.
Okay. What else? Why automation? It's okay. I mean, it's same thing. I'm doing it PowerShell for automation, but why automation? Why not manual? Where I can
You
see
want
it
to
clearly, मैं सब कुछ अच्छे से
It
देख के कर सकता हूँ.
saves time.
Saves time. Yes. Apart from that, we already covered
To
saves time.
avoid the manual work, like we don't need to create virtual machines, like
That is
coming
what
on.
automation. See,
if
automation
you
वही
want
हुआ.
to create multiple VMs at a time, I mean,
Yes.
Avo-
So it
Avoid
saves
mistakes.
errors. Yes, mistake. That is the word I was looking for. Imagine I tell you guys to create 10 machines और आपको जाकर यहाँ पर 10 मशीन बनाने हैं. And I've already told you रिसोर्स ग्रुप का नाम ये होना चाहिए. ये आपका अवेलेबिलिटी जोन होना चाहिए. बट डू यू थिंक कि यहाँ कोई चांसेस नहीं है कि आप गलती से, मैंने आपको नो रिडंडेंसी बोला था और मे बी अवेलेबिलिटी जोन बोला था और आपने नो रिडंडेंसी कर दिया, राइट? और मे बी चलो दिस इज अ बिग मिस्टेक बिकॉज द मोमेंट यू डू अवेलेबिलिटी जोन वो दूसरे ऑप्शंस मांगेगा. व्हाट अबाउट दिस वन? ट्रस्टेड एंड स्टैंडर्ड. कितना इजी है इसको लुक ओवर करना. आई आस्क्ड यू टू क्रिएट ट्रस्टेड मशीन, स्टैंडर्ड मशीन, बट आपने ध्यान ही नहीं दिया. मे बी यू हैव टू क्रिएट 50 मशीन्स, राइट? देयर आर चांसेस कि दो में एटलीस्ट आप इसको ट्रस्टेड ही छोड़ दोगे. यू फॉरगॉट टू चेंज इट टू स्टैंडर्ड. और ये कोई ऐसी चीज है भी नहीं जो बाद में पॉपअप करेगी दैट यू हैव सिलेक्टेड ट्रस्टेड. I mean, you can't keep this blank. It won't create a machine, right? इस तरह की mistake नहीं होगी. But what do you think this kind of mistake? Do you think it's bound to happen कभी ना कभी when you're creating hundreds of machine, when there are 10 or hundreds of
Yes.
engineers? Yes. So to avoid mistakes like this, इस तरह के mistake को avoid करना है. For example, size. अब look at this. कितना छोटा छोटा सा difference है इसमें. I told you this size, you selected this size. आपके लिए तो कुछ नहीं, बस एक साइज का यहाँ वहां हुआ. What happened for client? He asked for two virtual CPU, 7 GB RAM. 8,000 rupees per month. आपकी एक मिस्टेक से नाउ फोर वर्चुअल सीपीयू 16 GB रैम 11,000 rupees per month. उसका रिक्वायरमेंट भी नहीं है. सो टू अवॉइड दीज काइंड ऑफ मिस्टेक्स, टाइपो एरर, आई आस्क्ड यू टू कीप द यूजर नेम टैप आउट. आपने उसको कर दिया टैप आउट, राइट? यू विल बी एबल टू फिगर इट आउट लेटर. इट्स ओके. नथिंग इज इरिवर्सिबल. इसको आप इरिवर्स ये कर लोगे, जाके यूजर नेम बना लोगे नया, लॉग इन कर लोगे मशीन में, राइट? उसको डिलीट भी कर दोगे फिर से. यू विल गिव, बट व्हाट विल हैपन? आपका रिसोर्स वेस्ट हुआ, टाइम वेस्ट हुआ. जो मशीन आप मुझको अभी दे सकते थे, अगेन मैंने उसमें रिवर्क निकाल दिया एंड यू हैव टू स्पेंड अनदर डे, राइट? जिसमें आप दूसरा काम कर सकते थे. एंड देन आपका एसएलए डाउन हो रहा है, आपकी एक्यूरेसी डाउन हो रही है, राइट? सो टू अवॉइड सच थिंग्स, नाउ दिस वन, कितने हाई चांस है कि मैंने आपको ये चारों क्लिक करने बोले थे एंड यू फॉरगॉट वन ऑफ दिस. इसका इंपैक्ट क्या होगा? वी आर गोइंग टू सी दैट इन नेटवर्किंग. बट चांसेस है या नहीं है? बिकॉज दिस इज नॉट मैंडेटरी. आप इसको चारों भी छोड़ सकते हो, ये भी कर सकते हो. मैंडेटरी फील्ड्स आई अंडरस्टैंड, वहां पर मिस्टेक नहीं होगा, राइट? बट देयर आर हाईली चांसेस कि आपने एक छोड़ दिया है. मैंने बोला था एचटीटीपी चाहिए, उसके बाद मेरा वेब सर्वर चलेगा ही नहीं. आर यू गाइस गेटिंग द पॉइंट? दिस वन बहुत ही ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट है. आफ्टर इन माय फर्स्ट और सेकंड practical also I've seen that even if you guys understood the concept, but ये प्रीमियम और स्टैंडर्ड में कई लोगों ने गलती कर दी. Maybe they just didn't click properly, right? So to avoid such situations, we use CLI, command line interface. Is this point clear to you?
Yes.
Yes, guys, all of you. First thing, difference between GUI and CLI, graphical user interface and command line interface. And then why are we using it? And it is fast. It helps in automation helps in reducing the mistakes. आगे और बहुत बेनिफिट है. We can integrate it with some other softwares, third party software. ठीक है, बहुत सारे हैं. But are you getting gist of it? Any doubts, any questions still here before I actually start? Yes, guys. Yes, no, maybe. Any doubts, any questions? Please feel free to ask.
No question.
What about others? Hanif, are you getting it? Ibtisam, Mushtaq, Nagma, Prajakta, Priyanka, Robin, Shagun, what
Yes.
about you? Shrutika, Sufyan, I hope you're getting it. Tushar, Wasim bhai, what about you?
Yeah, all clear.
Okay, now let's go
All
ahead
good
and
so far. Yeah.
fine. Great. Okay. Now there are two methods, guys. Before we create, very first thing, it's how to connect to it. अब मैंने ये PowerShell तो ओपन कर लिया मेरे मशीन में, ठीक है. ये PowerShell मैंने ओपन कर लिया मेरे मशीन में. Let me drag it here. Here it is. If I run some command here, जो मुझको मशीन बनाने के लिए है, this PowerShell, where is it, guys? ये PowerShell कहाँ पर ओपन किया मैंने? This is on my client machine, जो मेरा लैपटॉप है ना, ये जिस लैपटॉप से मैं पूरा होस्ट कर रहा हूँ सेशन. This is on my laptop, right? Now, if I give a command, new az vm, do you think it should work? Imagining के command पूरा है और correct है, though it's a partial command, but imagine that this is complete command. Will it work?
No,
Why not?
No,
the model is not installed.
You don't
because we
even
are
know
not
that.
connected to the account
Yes, module
which
तो बहुत secondary
required.
आएगा. How do you know module is not installed?
You're doing it on this machine.
First, we
Yes,
have to connect to the
yes,
tenant.
yeah. I think you all of you got it, right? ये मैं यहाँ पर रन कर दूंगा, but ठीक है, न्यू क्रिएट न्यू वीएम कहाँ पर? Where should I? The PowerShell will ask, भाई कहाँ पर बनाऊं मैं मशीन? I don't even know, right? कहाँ पर करना है? If I type host name, I know ये command कहाँ रन करना है, locally रन करना है. It gave me the host name. If I run ipconfig, it knows it's incorrect, typo हो गया वहां पर. If I run ipconfig, it knows कि कहाँ पर रन करना है. It will give me the IP address of my. But if I want to, if I type cls, it will clear the screen. If I type log off, it will log off my machine immediately. बस एक command और हमारा पूरा session disconnect हो जाएगा. Right? It knows कि इसको locally चलाना है. But if I want this to run remotely, I want to connect this to my uh, Azure portal. There has to be some connectivity, right? So the moment you open this and start running, it will not work. So this is one method. इसको हम देखते हैं कैसे connect करना है. The another method is uh, PowerShell, which is inbuilt in the portal. Azure has given you very good option. So if you do not have PowerShell on your machine, and I was saying don't run it on your office machine, right? And if you don't want to use a PowerShell on the computer, you can use it directly on the portal. So how to do that? Let's go ahead and check. I'm on the home page. No matter where I am, I will always see this option. I hope my cursor is visible to everyone. It's upper right hand corner where you see the notification. Next to notification or before the notification, there is an icon called Cloud Shell. Do you see it, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
So you click on that, and this is your PowerShell. Same thing will happen if I do it from here after connecting from here. Understand one thing, this the black one which is showing, that is my local. I have changed the color purposely so it is helpful for you. When you open it, I think you'll see it blue only. So this is black is my laptop, blue it's the portal. Now tell me one thing, what is the drawback of using this PowerShell of the portal? क्या drawback है portal के PowerShell use करने का? As in not technical drawback, whatever you see here, क्या extra steps लग जाएंगे उसमें, extra ID वगैरह होगा, what will happen? What do you think will happen? Technically, both are same. The only extra step that you will have to give your portal access to someone. ठीक है, in this PowerShell you'll have to give access, but सिर्फ programmatic access, तो वो अपने आपके पोर्टल पे आए भी ना. He won't even able to see कि आपके यहाँ पर क्या है, क्या कुछ नहीं है. He can simply just connect from here, जितना एक्सेस है उस पर काम कर ले, एंड दैट्स इट. बस उतना ही डिफरेंस है, उससे ज्यादा कुछ नहीं है. Remaining both are same. Okay, so let's start with this one first. Here, I told you that there are two of them. One is bash. So here you have an option, upper left hand corner. After opening the cloud shell, I have an option switch to bash. If I go to bash, so by default, bash open हो सकता है आपके लिए. I have been using PowerShell, तो PowerShell open हो गया. This is bash. We are not learning bash. Bash command हम नहीं देख रहे. We are focusing on PowerShell. So if you get this, make sure to go ahead and click here and switch to PowerShell. We are working on PowerShell, not on bash. हालांकि commands बहुत छोटे मोटे यहाँ पर होते हैं, but we are focusing on PowerShell. Is that point clear to everyone, guys?
Yes.
Okay, now this is my UT-Kloud ID, and I have been using it for a long time, hence it did not ask few things. So what I was doing there, let me go ahead and log in with one of your IDs. So you will understand how it looks when you log in for the first time. तो आपको क्या क्या settings उसमें करनी है, that I'll show you. And this person, I'm using this ID, Sharmili's ID. I've removed her access completely, as in no privileged access. So even if you don't have the privileged access, how should it look? That will appear. I hope she has not set up MFA, otherwise I will not be able to use it. Okay, so whenever you guys log in, okay, I don't think so I'll be able to log in. Let me create a new user. So I'm using this tenant. I'll create a user. I'm doing it just, or one of you can share the screen. If you guys want, one of you can share the screen. Anyone who doesn't have privileged access can share the screen, so we'll be able to show it to other what you have to do. Anyone from this? Hanif, I think Zareen has access. Vishnu is not there. Aragya, are you there? Or anyone from this? Prajakta, Shrutika, Robin, Priyanka. Do you guys, would you like to share the screen? One of you? If not, I'll create a user. It's okay. Anyone,
Should
guys?
I share my credentials?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Wait, I'll stop sharing my screen and I'll allow you to share the screen. Yes, please feel free to share your screen. Okay, we can see your screen. You can open the portal, please. And don't worry if your password or something is visible. Most of the time, I edit the video before I put it on YouTube. I blur the things which are not required. So it's okay. And as it is, this is a dummy one. We are about, by the way, it is about to expire. So utilize it completely. Yeah, let's go to home. Are all of you able to see her screen, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Now, can you please click on Cloud Shell? Don't click any option. Let me explain it. Right? Okay, this is what you can see for the first time. Which one will we select, guys?
PowerShell.
PowerShell.
PowerShell. So click on PowerShell,
PowerShell.
please, Priyanka. Okay, this is, we can have storage account. People who have uh, uh, owner access on the subscription level, if you select anything, you will be able to create. But people who do not have uh, any access on the subscription level, they will not be able to create a storage account, right? Storage account is for to save your old scripts, etc. We don't need it as of now, right? So click no storage account required. Click your subscription, check your subscription. In this case, you have only one. Now imagine you have multiple subscription, you will get multiple subscriptions over there. Okay, now click on apply. Don't check that use existing virtual network box, then it will ask you some details. It may take some time. Okay, once it is up, guys, do you think that she will have to type in the user ID or password or connect to her PowerShell to her Azure account? Yes, no, maybe. What do you think, guys?
No.
No,
Why not?
because she's already logged in.
Yes, perfect. Why? Because she has already authenticated herself. She's on the portal. She has the complete rights, whatever rights are given to her. She already has, and she has authenticated herself. This is the benefit. Now let's run one command quickly, and you can stop sharing your screen. You can run a command get hyphen azvm get. Are you typing it, Priyanka? Get hyphen azvm azvm. Yes, delete that. Yes, hit enter. Now, do you see what is the output, guys? Can you read it and let me know what do you see? Can you try to explain this command to me? What did we do and what did we get?
We got all the virtual machines created in that subscription.
Yes, get hyphen azvm. It's a command to get Azure virtual machines in that particular subscription. So these are the machines. That is what the output she got. Is this clear, guys, to everyone? How to connect to PowerShell? Yes, no,
Yes.
maybe. Okay, great.
Yes.
You can
Yes,
stop
it's
sharing
clear.
your machine. Now I'll do mine. Because if I would have shown it to you on my machine, you won't be seeing these steps, right? And then it becomes difficult. You will see, you will think, "यार हमने कुछ गलत कर दिया." Right? Let me know when you guys can see my screen.
Yes, we can see it.
You can see the Azure portal.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Fine. So let's go ahead and see this. Now, here, before I create a machine, let's see the second method of connecting. Now I want to connect using my local machine from here. Then how to do it? Again, if I do it from here, it will skip many steps. Why? The moment here I do new AZ VM, it will create the VM. Why do you think it will create? Because I have already connected it to my Azure account in the past. My credentials are saved. It won't ask me anything. So you're not going to get many things. Someone mentioned about the module, right? Module इसमें मैंने already installed कर रखा है. So you are going to miss many things. So what am I going to do now, guys? I'm picking up a fresh machine. I'm not doing it on my laptop. I am picking up a fresh machine, right? इस machine को मैं pick करता हूँ. ये मैंने एक Azure में machine बना ली. This is my PowerShell. Are you guys getting it? Yes, no, maybe confused. What am I doing? I'm doing it slowly and step by step,
Yes.
right? So to connect into your Azure account, very first thing, it's your version of your PowerShell should be 5 and above. PowerShell का I think latest version 7.1 है, but और 1 से शुरू है. So it should be 5 and above. First thing, check the version of your PowerShell. How to do that? There's a command. Don't worry about the commands. Don't rush to type the command. I will be sharing it with you completely. कोई भी command ऐसा नहीं that you will have to search for it या कुछ करना पड़ेगा. I'm going to share everything with you. Right? So you focus on the steps. You focus on the concept. PowerShell version table. What is the PowerShell version I have? Yes, guys. Is it visible to everyone?
Yes.
What is my PowerShell version?
5.1.
5.1. What is the requirement? Should be above 5. So it should be doable. Next is I'll have to install the module. Module क्या होता है? PowerShell बहुत सारी चीजों के लिए यूज हो सकता है, राइट? PowerShell can be used for AWS को भी कनेक्ट कर सकते हो आप यहाँ से. तो उसके हर एक के मॉड्यूल्स होते हैं. So if I want to install modules, I will have to install Azure modules. By the way, ये सब इंटरव्यू में कोई नहीं पूछने वाला है आपसे. This is just for your understanding. So I'm installing some modules in it. Azure से रिलेटेड जितने मॉड्यूल्स है 2-4 मैं उसको इंस्टॉल कर लूंगा. नाउ यू डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट कि यार ये कौन से मॉड्यूल्स होते हैं. हाउ वुड आई नो दिस? यू विल लर्न स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली. नहीं भी आता है तो ये आपको एक गूगल सर्च बता देगा कि Azure के लिए कौन से मॉड्यूल्स आपको इंस्टॉल करने हैं एंड कहाँ से करना है. इट्स वेरी सिंपल. फॉर योर प्रैक्टिकल पर्पस यू हैव टू डू दिस. इसके मैं सारे स्टेप्स आपको भेज दूंगा. ओके. सी यू हैव टू डू यस यस ए फॉर यस टू ऑल. ये सारी चीजें तो आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग कि आप पढ़ के करो. I'm not even explaining it to you. It clearly says that do you want to do it? Yes. If you want to say yes, type Y. If you want to say yes to all, type A and hit enter. So I'm not explaining the basic details. What are we doing? We are still installing the modules. One more module I'm installing. Don't have to worry about these commands. ये commands मैं आपको भेज दूंगा. But this is basic. जहां पर आपको A पढ़कर enter करना है, yes enter करना है. This I'm not sending it to you. I'm expecting you to read it and then do it properly. And always do it step by step. So what did I do first? I checked the version. Then I installed the module for Azure AD. Now I'm installing another module. Right? Once this is done, let's wait. Once this is done, I will set a policy for execution कि ये PowerShell remotely भी function कर सके. Look at this. It is installing it. And this is the reason I told you not to do anything on your office laptop. It is installing many things. It will definitely get picked up by your network watcher. तो ऑफिस लैपटॉप पे मत करो. इट्स क्लियर वार्निंग. इट्स नॉट एथिकल. डोंट डू इट. यूज योर पर्सनल लैपटॉप. नहीं है, यूज वर्चुअल मशीन. इनफैक्ट आई एम इंसिस्टिंग यूज वर्चुअल मशीन. एक वर्चुअल मशीन क्रिएट करो और उसी को यूज करो. उसको बाद में आप डिलीट कर दो. सो फर्स्ट वर्चुअल मशीन आप मैन्युअली बना सकते हो. गेट योर PowerShell ओवर देयर. ऑलवेज ओपन योर PowerShell इन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर मोड. बाय द वे, राइट क्लिक, रन एज एडमिन. प्लेन चलाओगे आप तो ये बहुत एलिवेटेड टास्क है. इट वोंट वर्क. यू विल गेट एरर्स. सो ऑलवेज रन इट इन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर मोड. ओके. वंस दिस इज डन, आई विल सेट द एग्जीक्यूशन पॉलिसी. एग्जीक्यूशन की पॉलिसी का क्या मतलब है? दैट दिस PowerShell should be able to work or give command remotely also. As of now ये सिर्फ locally चलता है. एक छोटा सा कमांड है, उसके बाद ये remotely भी चलेगा wherever you want to connect it. So let this get installed and I'll show you that command and then we'll connect to our Azure account. That is the uh, most important thing कि connectivity कैसे होगी, right? So Azure portal का जो PowerShell है उसमें तो आपको कुछ करना ही नहीं है extra. You go to browser, type in your user ID and password. Once you're authenticated, simply open your Cloud Shell. वो बहुत easy है. वहां से भी आप करके देखो, but try this also. I won't be able to. I mean, there are options जहां से मैं check कर सकता हूँ logs में जाके that whether you did this practical using portal PowerShell या आपका machine का PowerShell. But it's time consuming and I'm not going to do that, guys. This is for your learning. So I would request whenever you're creating machine, try this method at least once or twice. You should have that feeling. ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि आप जाकर बोल रहे हो कि यार मैंने PowerShell से काफी machines बनाए and then moment interviewers ask, okay, how do you connect the PowerShell to your Azure account? और आप उसी पे blank हो जाते हो. He will know that you're lying. Okay, so this is done, I guess. Next command is to set the remote execution. I'll be sharing all these commands with you, don't worry. Okay, we have 3 minutes left. I'm hoping that I am able to connect to the account. Done. Now we are running the first command, which will help me to connect my PowerShell to account. So the command is connect hyphen AZ account and hit enter. Look at this. It will open a pop-up, right? Do I have work or school account? No. What is it? Microsoft account. Continue. यहाँ पर आप अपना user ID and password ये करोगे. Which one? Whichever is you're using for your Azure wala account. The one which you're using for your Azure account, that user ID and that password. Are you guys getting it? Any doubts, any questions? Yes guys, yes, no, maybe, confusion कुछ है? Okay, I typed this command, it opened a window. Now look at this. I am connected, right? Only one thing extra is happening in my login. It's I have multi subscription. So it may ask me, look at this, I have these many subscription. So it is asking select a tenant and a subscription. So I want to run everything under UT-Kloud. Okay, I have this Microsoft Azure sponsor subscription, I have pay as you go, and I have UT-Kloud. You won't get it, you have only one subscription. तो आपका वो लॉगिन करने का डायरेक्टली एक स्टेप यही होगा, the whatever you see. Look at this. This is how you will see. Got it, guys? Now, again, just for testing purpose, I'm going to run one command, same command which we ran there. कोई भी कमांड रन कर सकते हो आप. easy get easy resource group भी कर सकते हो. It's not necessary कि आपको हमेशा VM करना है. Anything. This is just for testing purpose, whether you are able to connect successfully or not. So, am I connected now, guys? Is this part clear to everyone? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
Fine. Only 30 seconds are left. Let's take a break of 5 minutes. Again, I have to just configure that recording, right? And we'll see you at 12:30 and we'll start creating a machine with this connected PowerShell. And just because now I type clear, that does not mean my connection is gone. And now I am connected. Next time also when I come to this machine, I'm connected. Okay, guys? So see you in 5 minutes. I'm stopping the session.